So thank you guys so much for being on here. Some of you are current affiliates. Some of you are considering becoming affiliates. And so I just appreciate your time. For any veterans or people that are currently serving, I know we have some on here. Thank you again for your service, especially on the birthday here. So I hope you've enjoyed your weekend, and God bless you. Thank you so much for all that you do. We appreciate you for all that you have done. We appreciate you as well. So I want to give you a quick little overview of kind of what we're going to be discussing tonight. And that way you have an idea of what's to come and what questions and stuff like that we'll have, or what questions we can answer for you. So just the info we're going to be going over. We're going to talk about what CBD is, who it can help, what you want to look for in quality CBD. We're going to talk about the different products that we have briefly. We'll hear from some real people on what the products have done for them. We'll briefly touch on pricing for preferred customers, retail customers. We will also be talking about the join options to become an affiliate and the future of CBD and what kind of support our company and our team can provide you. We'll kind of hear from some other people in the business and what it's done for them in just a short amount of time. We'll discuss the 8 different ways we get paid. And then at the very end, we will give you some ideas in getting started with little to no money out of pocket if that's something you're wanting to do. For those of you that want to stick on longer than that, I can go really in depth to the compensation plan should you choose. I just don't want to think people need to watch like a 2-hour long video to hear the information about this. I know all of you guys are going to have different types of questions. And so we'll just try to keep it as short and sweet as possible, but get you the information you need. So, I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Melissa Martin. I am currently a 10K affiliate, which probably means nothing to you if you aren't in the business. 10K affiliate, soon to be 25K affiliate this month in the business. And I've been doing this for about 4 months, but I have a network marketing background where I spent 3 years. I was able to quit my job, replace my income in about 9 months in the industry, and spent 3 years at home with my kids making a 6-figure income. So I'm familiar with the industry. I'm familiar with how to help others be successful. I'm trying to make sure everyone's muted here. Perfect. And so that's really like what's awesome for me, is that I get to help our team be successful, and I get to help our customers feel awesome. And CBD has been like that avenue for me. It's been awesome. So I am actually going to be putting in my 2-week notice at my job tomorrow. And that's all because of this industry and this business. And so I'm really excited. That doesn't mean that that's something you have to do, but guys, I built up this business working 60 hours a week at my full-time job, going to and from gymnastics after work, to and from Girl Scouts after work, and still working this business. And so I know that if you put little bits in each and every day, we can teach you how to do it. But it really starts with your mindset first and foremost, and your willingness to be I always ask people, are you a can't person or are you a won't person? If you're a won't person, we really can't teach you this business. If you won't do something, if you won't try something, if you won't learn. But if you're a can't person, it really is just that we need to teach you and you need to learn. And if you're a can't person, that can be teachable. So, all right, let's talk about real quick. I'm going to share a little presentation with you. Oh my gosh. Yes. It's like we're back in school. In regards to, so I can just kind of keep on track. Okay. So I'm going to move this over. Here we go. So, what is hemp-derived CBD? So CBD is cannabis oil, and it's a compound that naturally occurs in industrial hemp. In 2014, Congress passed the federal legalization of industrial hemp. And that's the use of it, the growth of it, and the sale of it. So when people sometimes confuse CBD, our CBD for marijuana CBD, it's two different things. Marijuana is not federally legal. Hemp is. Hemp yields high amounts of CBD, which offer the therapeutic benefits, and little THC, whereas marijuana is actually the opposite effect. So THC is actually what creates a psychoactive effect, and there's very minimal in hemp-derived CBD. Now, we do also have a THC-free option, completely zero THC, so we'll discuss that later. But the HempWorks products are made from industrial hemp plants grown on Kentucky farms, and our oil is CO2 extracted, resulting in a solvent-free and pure extract. I'm very confident in saying that this is the Rolls-Royce of CBD. I'm going to explain that in a little bit, but I really want to discuss who CBD can help. I really encourage all of you, when you get off this Zoom, make a note right now, just Google CBD and whatever problem you personally may have, or your family members may have, anything like that. I've seen CBD help people with anxiety, depression, epilepsy. And before I say this, I should say I cannot claim that we can cure or treat anything medically. However, you can see so many different clinical studies on CBD and its benefits. CannabisClinicians.org is a really good resource, and also the National Institute of Health, NIH.gov. You can read clinical studies directly from physicians on what cannabis and CBD itself has helped. So now, who can it help? Who has it helped? People with diabetes, people with anxiety, depression, pain, chronic pain, fibromyalgia, epilepsy. The FDA just approved a CBD pharmaceutical drug, and it's kind of a joke. It's full of a bunch of fillers and artificial ingredients, and then it's also at the price of about $32,000 a year, which is super unfortunate. And so we are highly FDA regulated, but because we only are using the natural plant product and very pure ingredients, we're not a drug. We are like a supplement, okay? So FDA does not approve supplements because it's not a drug, okay? They only regulate. So that means we can or cannot say certain things that are out of context. A lot of people that are experiencing cancer or going through chemotherapy find a lot of benefits in CBD. And you'll hear from different people and what it's helped with them. I'm trying to think of what else. Gosh, there's like tons of different things that CBD can help with. Migraines, on and on and on. So we'll hear some other things later from some people. So what makes our CBD best? So our CBD oil, these are the things you actually really want to look for in CBD oil in general. The first thing I like to look for is it free of synthetic ingredients? So I turn the bottle around, I look at the labels. I don't want any artificial sugars. I don't want any artificial dyes. I don't want any fillers of any sort. Our CBD oil has basic ingredients: CBD, a carrier oil, because CBD is very thick, so it requires a carrier oil. And I got some more people not muted here. Hold on. Mute all. There we go. Okay, so we've got the CBD, the carrier oil, and then if for some reason we have a flavoring, we're only using natural flavoring. So people will ask me, how come we don't have bubblegum flavored CBD? Well, bubblegum is not a natural flavor. So we don't want to add any artificial additives. So we have peppermint, cinnamon, and natural, and that's it. We keep our ingredients very authentic. And the other thing I'll get asked is, why don't you have gummies? Well, gummies require a lot of artificial ingredients to keep a long-lasting shelf life if we're going to be shipping it to people. You can take our oil and make your own gummies, natural ones even if you want. They won't last very long, but we aren't going to do that and put that on a shelf. Someone keeps unmuting themselves and I hear background noise. Sorry. We aren't going to do that ourselves and put it on a shelf and feed you a bunch of garbage. The next question I get is, why don't you have vape oil? Vape oils are not very pure CBD oils. If you burn our CBD in a vape pen, it will burn up your pen, your vape pen. You can try to do it at under 200 degrees, but that's how pure our CBD is. It's also more effective under the tongue. So free of synthetic ingredients is the first thing. The cool thing about ours is that we have a third party that tests it. They take every lot of hemp and oils. They test each oil individually for things like the amount of THC, for the amount of CBD, for the amount of any sort of contaminants and synthetic ingredients. And it shows you from this third party, which is an unbiased party because they have to report this by law correctly, that this is a quality product. So I really love the third party documentation. If you're buying CBD without third party documentation, you know, it's kind of scary. I see people are typing in the chat, so I'm going to go back to that in between. I personally do want it made in the U.S. from a compliant Kentucky farm, because if you're buying it from Mama Joe's backyard basement, chances are that it's not necessarily a compliant thing, and it's something that you could probably maybe even get in trouble for. So I always make sure that's the case. We source our product from Gen Canna. The president of Gen Canna is also the secretary. Sure, baby. Sorry, my little ones are playing in there. The president of Gen Canna, where we get our hemp, is also the secretary of the U.S. Hemp Roundtable. And the U.S. Hemp Roundtable are the people that went to Congress to get the passage of industrial hemp to be grown, used, and sold. We are the only marketing company they work with. It is literally the Rolls-Royce of CBD. The next thing I look for is that it's non-GMO and organic, because there are people that take hemp, they grow hemp, and they spray it with pesticides so that they can yield a higher return of more plants. So now if we're then doing a CO2 extraction from these plants that have been sprayed with Roundup, guess what you're sipping on? Roundup. Nobody wants to sip on Roundup and pesticides, okay? So that's important to me. Yeah, it might be cheaper to get one that is sprayed with a bunch of pesticides, but personally I choose not to partake in that. The next thing you want to look for is it full spectrum CBD? We use the whole plant for maximum benefits. So our product actually contains over 120 phytocannabinoids. And each phytocannabinoid can trigger a different receptor in your body. You are born with an ecocannabinoid system in your body. And so as these different phytocannabinoids get in you, they trigger different responses in your body to perform optimally, to reduce inflammation, to help XYZ. So I want whole plants. I don't just want like maybe hemp seed oil. A lot of people can buy hemp seed oil. No, it's bad, baby. I need some time, okay? Hemp seed, they want to eat sauerkraut. My kids like sauerkraut. Is that so weird or what? So you want whole plant. We do have for both humans and pets, which is awesome. Yes, pickles are fine. If I could do this, anyone can do this, guys. Sometimes they run in here naked or want me to come wipe their butts too. So I love that it delivers right to your doorstep. So from an affiliate perspective, we don't have to stock a bunch of inventory. If you're thinking about becoming an affiliate, yes, there is really great benefits to having a certain amount of inventory on hand for things like events and home parties. And honestly, I have a girl come in tonight to come get one from me. It makes me feel a little bit like a drug dealer, but it's okay. But I do like that I can ship it right to my people's doorsteps. I don't have to deal with the postal service. It comes from the warehouse directly to my customers. That also means I can really expand my market to beyond just my current radius of neighborhood people. I have customers and teammates all over the country. We are now open in Europe as well. So I have people in Europe getting started. And then also Canada is going to be opening soon. Gosh, any day now. And I literally have 2 people that are ready to just run with this in Canada. So you have an option to expand your market throughout the entire world. And as we continue to grow, build an empire in those areas. This is really, really important to me in quality CBD, and that's a CO2 extraction. So I like to compare the way CBD is extracted to cooking vegetables. If you lightly cook vegetables, you keep maximum nutritional value. It's better to eat vegetables even raw, but as you lightly cook them, or if you overcook them, you're actually depleting some of the nutrients and effects that they can have on your body. So same thing with hemp and the extraction method. So a CO2 extraction method is a drying system that ensures that we get the highest quality of CBD from that. It doesn't overheat it, and then it has no solvents or pesticides. So this is really super important to me, is that type of an extraction. And then we have real testimonies. We have over, probably 200,000 satisfied customers and affiliates. And we do, when people order directly from our websites as an affiliate, just so you guys know, those of you wanting to get started, we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. A company cannot offer that with a product that does not work. Okay, if they did, they'd be broke. And let me tell you, our company is debt-free. We are completely debt-free. And our compensation plan is the best I've ever seen. And he has in writing that he will never change that compensation plan. So those are the different things that I suggest you looking for. Am I missing anything? Team, am I missing anything on the different things you want to look for? Oh, the carrier oil. I always suggest that you have a carrier oil as hemp seed oil. So you'll have CBD and then a carrier oil, because CBD is super thick. If it says something like MCT oil or coconut oil, those things are really great to eat and cook with. But it's not the optimal carrier oil for CBD. It doesn't come from the same plant. So if we're using hemp seed oil in and of itself actually has therapeutic benefits. So that, and combining with the actual CBD from the hemp plant, gives you maximum therapeutic benefits. So that's another really important thing to me as well. I think I'm gonna look. I have chats. I have questions here. Grandma says, I have your face, but no volume. Yes, my grandma and my mom are both CBD slingers. Just a real quick sidebar on that. They actually worked a Pecan Fest. That is like a 6-hour event yesterday. They called me 2 hours in because they had already sold 15 bottles of CBD, which is over $1,200 in revenue, guys. So there's a lot of opportunity in this, and we're going to discuss that. We talked about third-party testing, and yeah, there was no other questions otherwise. So is there a way to know how dense our area is with representatives, someone asked? Not that I know of, but that shouldn't matter with the way that technology works. This company is only about 14 months old, guys. And so this is a ground floor breaking opportunity for you. If you look at like companies that have arenas like Amway, I mean, I think Amway is like 30, 40 years old. So you really have an opportunity to start in a ground floor area. And because we can ship directly from, I mean, I sit at home and I have customers in Europe, I have customers in New York, I'm in Arizona, you know, so that shouldn't matter. If you're willing to learn, we can teach you how to expand your network outside of just your current area. Do you drink? I'm interested in it for severe PTSD and anxiety. Yes, Laura, we can talk about that. I do drink a little bit. I did just take some CBD as well, but we're going to hear from some testimonies from people that also have anxiety, and I know my mom uses it for some PTSD for her foster kids too, so she'll give her experience on that. All right, products. Let me share this with you guys. All right, so we talked about CBD, the quality. We have multiple types of products, and yeah, we talked about all this, so. Okay, so this is actually a little bit outdated because as of 2 weeks ago, we came out with a whole nother line of CBD products. excuse me. I am going to minimize this here. There we go. So we have 500 and 750 milligram tinctures, and these are the ones you use sublingually under your tongue. If you choose, you can make your own little treats with these, whether that be peppermint chocolates, which I plan on making for our next home party, and affiliate appreciation party. You can make your own gummies. You can make your own like fat bomb whipped cream type things. You could do like a mocha peppermint one, or we have cinnamon, so I'm gonna make apple cinnamon gummies. 500 and 750 milligrams. I know people that use 1,000, 1,500 milligrams of CBD, but because it's not extracted the way ours is, it's not the quality ours is, it does not work as effectively as our 500 or 750. Our company actually refuses to go above and beyond this in milligrams. If you choose, you can take more of it. This is just the amount of milligrams in each bottle. We choose not to go above and beyond that because too much can actually have alternative effects and create more anxiety. And so we can also talk about how to find your sweet spot for dosage as well. HempWorks Relief. This is awesome. This is what I used for my plantar fasciitis along with the sublingual oil. Helps with pain, helps melt tension, helps relax and soothe the muscle, and it happens quickly too. Our Renew cream is an anti-aging cream that also has CBD and stem cells, and it's rich in epigenetic factors, helps the skin look younger, tighter, brighter, increases the longevity of skin cells with the combination of CBD as well as the apple stem cells. Our Revive is very similar to that, but can help reverse the physical signs of aging. It also helps prevent free radical damage and helps moisturize the skin. I really love, a lot of people that have like rosacea or psoriasis really like these two products, or eczema as well. And then of course our pet line, we have dog treats. Each treat has 2.5 milligrams of CBD.
I can't get on.
Oh, Grandma,
you're no idea.
Hold on. My grandma's having a hard time. Let me mute her. Oh my gosh. Mom, will you text her? She probably didn't join by audio. Oh my goodness. All right, let me share this again. And then we have so these are wheat-free, soy-free, corn-free, and veterinarian approved. And then we have our oil. So I know some people will put a little bit oil on the biscuit, or they'll use the oil on a biscuit of their choice if their dog or cat doesn't like that. And this can be used, I've seen it used for cats and dogs. I've even seen people trying to sell a horse CBD 500 milligrams for $1,000, which is insane, when they could buy something like this. So we also now have 500 and 750 milligram THC free tinctures. So these here, a lot of people will ask me, what's the difference between THC free and the one with THC? So by federal regulation, if you have THC in a hemp-based CBD, it has to be 0.3% THC or less. Our 500 milligram has 0.03% and our 750 milligram has 0.08%, so way below the legal limit. But a little bit of THC, it will not get you high, but what it will do is activate certain cannabinoids, mostly dealing with chronic issues. However, if you are subject to drug testing like myself, and not for long because I'm quitting in 2 weeks, you would want to use the THC free. That way, if they are testing for THC, there's no guarantee that this will or will not trigger a test positive, whereas this would not make a drug test trigger positive for THC. So again, no psychoactive sort of developments in this full spectrum, but a few added therapeutic benefits. It's activating more CBD, and whereas this still works amazing, that's what I'm using. Hey guys, go ahead and keep yourself muted, please. There we go. whereas the one without THC is really good for people that are subject to drug testing. So now we also have added the new cinnamon flavor, which is full spectrum. Our THC-free one currently only comes in peppermint. And then we also have we have keto CBD creamer. So creamer that is keto friendly. It comes in hazelnut, mocha, and vanilla. And we also have added a CBD infused coffee. So those are really, really exciting. That coffee also has Garcinia cambogia. It has a certain mushroom, and these herbs are really known for helping balance the mind. And CBD itself is really balancing to blood sugar levels. So it's like a fat burning coffee, as well as the creamer being a fat burning creamer. People are asking if you can diffuse CBD. I don't suggest it. To me, that's like a waste of money because it's always more effective under the tongue. So you could probably, but you're going to use a lot for minimal benefits. Whereas if you put it under your tongue just a little bit, you're going to have more maximum benefits. Oh, someone said, no, THC free is only in peppermint. Someone asked if it comes with natural and peppermint. It is only in peppermint currently. Just a heads up with that. The THC free oil is actually rather new to us. It came out, I think, maybe like 6-7 months ago, just before I started. So I am going to go ahead and talk to some people that have currently used our CBD. And so I am going to I see Heather. I see my mom's on the phone, so I'll skip her. Heather, I'm going to unmute you, and will you just kind of, tell us why you started using it and your experience so far?
Hi guys, so I originally started using it for my pets. I have a very anxious dog and was having some people in and out of the house to do some work, and she was losing her mind. I had to go outside with her to do her business, and I was like, I ain't got time for this. So I got her some dog treats, and within about 10-15 minutes, she was completely chill. So that's like when I got the dog treats and I joined the business, and I was like, okay, I'll do that. And then I was like, wait a minute, I need to try this for me. So I ordered another pack and then got my oil and I used the Relief Cream, the Revive, and the Renew. So I used the oil and the Relief for like pain from working out, headaches, joint pain. My family and I are sleeping better. And then the Revive and the Renew I use because I have psoriasis. So I use it on my skin spots that I have when I don't eat well, which has been what's been going on lately. And then also I have a scar from surgery, and I'm hoping that the combination is going to be lightening it. So I started that about 2 months ago, and so I'm getting ready to take my progress pictures to see if it's truly lightening it or not.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. We use it for our puppy too. She's a rescue dog. That's why I started first looking into the company and the products. She had no control over her bowels when she was separated from us, even like if we went to the bathroom sometimes. And so it became like a big issue. She also, like, if anyone came to the house, she had this really weird whine, like really, like she was talking and just nonstop and almost like painful. And so we started her on the treats, and we actually had about 50 people over for my daughter's birthday a month ago. And everyone's like, she's so good. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, thank God for these CBD treats. She's about 70 pounds. I was thinking she was in here. Normally she's right here. And so we give her about 2 to 3 a day, depending on what the situation is. So yeah, that's helped us a ton. All right, let me go to, I just muted myself. Let me go to Gwen. I think she said she's cool with sharing her experience and what products she's using and what it's done for her, or maybe some family members. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah. So I started using the oil a couple of months ago. I was actually taking an oil from a local place, and I paid the same amount for it, and it was only 250 milligrams, and it actually had sugar and vegetable oil added into it. So I wasn't really seeing the benefits of it. And then I started with HempWorks, and that's where I really noticed a difference. I'm sleeping a lot better. When I take it in the morning, it's kind of does both for me. It gives me energy in the morning. I get through my whole day, and before I know it, the day is over. And then as I'm getting ready to go to bed, I actually take it for that too, and it helps me sleep. But the main reason I started taking it was because my anxiety was really out of control. I used to take medication every day for it. I was actually on Ativan, and I pretty much walked around like a zombie. And now I no longer take the medication. I also suffered from heart palpitations actually during my anxiety attacks, and I have not had those in almost 2 months now since I started with HempWorks. So that's really exciting. My dogs, they also use it. I'll just throw that out there. I have 2 Australian Shepherds. If you're not familiar with the breed, they are crazy. And my 4-year-old used to like to pull the clothes off my hanger and roll in them, chew them, everything else when we would leave. And so no longer does that. So thank goodness. He also ate a whole bottle of oil today, and he was really chill all day.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well,
I was just concerned about him, but he's been fine all day. So.
Good. Well, thank you so much for sharing. That's a perfect segue. I want to talk to my mom. My mom's been on and off anxiety medication forever. I hope she's okay with me sharing that. I think she is because.
Yes, I am.
So. Just a little sidebar. I was so nervous. Speaking of like stigmas of the business, I was so nervous to explain to my mom what I had just hopped into. And my husband, it was my daughter's birthday party. We all went to her house after. And he's like, did Melissa tell you she's a drug dealer now? And I like looked at my husband and I'm like, this is not the time. This is not the time to discuss this. I wanted to tell her on my own time. And my mom just sat there like so stoic, and she's like totally just heard me out. And 2 days later I was like, I need your email, Mom. This company is blowing up. Things are blowing up and you're going to need to be a part of it. Give me your email. And I pre-enrolled her, and 2 days after that she was in the business using the products, and literally my number 1 rock star in this business. So is it weird to say you're proud of your mom? So let's hear from her and kind of her experience with the products. I know she uses it in multiple different facets. So go ahead, Mom.
Okay, I'll try to talk as fast as you, but I'll probably slur a lot if I do that. The product's done a ton for me. Insomnia, lower back pain are the original reasons I was using it. And I discovered great night's sleep right away, like within the first day of taking it. And my arthritis subsided. I'd broken a bone in my hand, so my arthritis, I'd get numb from here, my fingertips all the way to my elbow every morning, and have to shake it out different times when it got cold and stuff. And now, just in using the oil alone, that's really subsided. Melissa mentioned the anxiety and depression, raising 2 foster children and having a very busy household. Otherwise, I think would give anybody anxiety and depression. But we've had a lot of history of that in our family otherwise. 2.5 years ago, I had a stroke, and one of my very first customers in this business had asked me about it possibly helping her with her MS and her vision. She was losing her vision. So I was researching it for her and for one of the foster children that I have. For attention difficulties and trauma and such. And I've been reading a book called The Body Keeps Score by Paul Vanderkirk, Dr. Paul Vanderkirk. And it talked about the neuro properties of helping with your vision and stuff. So at that point, I'd already been taking it a little while. And my stroke 2 years ago, I realized that I have my peripheral vision back that I went to 2 years of therapy for, and they told me, nope, I'm pretty much done. That's as much as I'll get back. Well, I didn't have this peripheral here, and now all I'm missing is this little section right here. And when I get tired or haven't taken the oil, it does seem to get a bigger spot where my peripheral is not very good. But I wasn't even taking it for that reason, and it really benefited me there. The children are taking it. The school even gives that to them at lunchtime. You're muted, Melissa.
Yeah, I'm going to interject there. This is something that's really cool because I think there's a big stigma against sometimes hemp-based products and thinking it's marijuana. Oh my God, no. Arizona is very progressive, and my mom has 2 foster kids, like she mentioned. They allow foster parents to give CBD to foster kids without any consent from anybody. And I think that's really amazing because they realize how beneficial it is to things like PTSD and how many kids are benefiting with ADHD and ADD and things like that. The girl that's coming tonight to my house after work, she's picking it up for her kid. She already used a bottle for ADD and her anxiety and ADHD, and she uses it with her little guy who they wanted to put on Adderall, which is actually a medical form of like speed. So she wanted alternative options, and so she's really excited, and she loves it. So anyways, yeah. Sorry, Mom, go ahead.
Well, the medicine that they had put them on before caused him for the bedwetting. He was raging. They were, very anxious and high strung, and it was actually called methylphenidate. The first part of the word, meth, hey, and unfortunately, Biomom has a history of that. So does Biodad. So, yeah, let's go ahead and put the kid on it too, who's been exposed all his life. So I was looking for something for him, and now he's taking it. And when he himself feels a little anxious, he's catching himself, correcting himself. The school, Melissa, you had mentioned that you don't need certain authority. That's correct. You do not. However, being in foster care system in any state, you do need to advise and let them be aware that that is a supplement that they're taking. So they're advised of it. The psychiatrist, we just met with him again last week, and he's like, well, I'm just going to need more of your cards. Most doctors don't want to approve it right off the bat. One, they don't have any skin in the game there. They got bills they got to pay themselves. So, and 2, it's not FDA. Our farms are FDA regulated, but it's not FDA approved, and we don't want it to be because then they're going to regulate us too and get their chunk of money out of it. So
it's about $100,000 just to apply to become an FDA drug, and that does not guarantee that you will get approved. And the people who are part of the pharma companies actually sit on the board of the FDA. So the people that make the main sources of drugs are also on the board to approve drugs. So it's kind of a broken system. Once you're approved, you then pay upwards of $500,000 to millions of dollars to get that stamp of approval. And that's where that cost is passed along to us. So when people go, is it FDA approved? I'm like, well, it's a plant. Is your lettuce FDA approved? And 2, do you want to pay $32,000 a year for CBD? No, thanks.
That's what that Epidiolex is being, they're producing it, and that's what they're charging for the Epidiolex for the seizures and stuff. But overall, they get to be kids again. They're not walking around like zombies. They're not wetting their bed every single night. They're not raging in one direction and then, getting scolded in every other direction. They're really benefiting from this, and I'm excited that, they're not going to follow in the patterns of bios. So.
Thank you, Mom. Thanks.
I could go on and on, but
I know.
Anybody run?
Oh, sorry, I muted you on accident. Sorry. Everybody, what?
If anybody runs across any issues with any of that, I've got a lot of experience with the psychiatrists, the school nurses, the administrators at the school, the foster care system, the Department of Child Safety system, all of that, and I can point them in the right direction for where it has been brought legal to the states. So don't hesitate to reach out.
That's cool. I'm just reading the comments here.
Yes, you can sell in Virginia.
Yeah, you can. The only place we cannot ship currently is Alabama, and that'll change soon. You guys keep adding to my list of reasons to try. Wow, this is great that the school is on board. I'm curious if I'm able to sell here in Virginia. Yes, you can. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go over to Amanda. I think this is our last one. I don't see Clint on. I know he was in and out of work. So Amanda, go ahead and share with us your experience in using the products in the short amount of time. Let me unmute you. Okay.
Cheers. Okay.
Yeah.
So, so we have been using the pet oil and the pet treats for our dog, who froze up as soon as we would bring him towards the car. He would literally stop in his tracks, and we would have to drag him and lift his heavy butt into the car. He's a chocolate lab. He's only about 10 months old, and he's about 90 pounds already. So we started using the treats, and I actually did a live video earlier with my kids on how we do it. So we put about 6 drops on the treats, and then we give them to him. Wait a little bit. He had his first successful trip to PetSmart. Minimal drooling, no vomiting, which was awesome because that was his big issue. He would get so car sick. Every time he got in the car, he would puke, and it was awful. Girl, like, no, I am not cleaning up after that. Like, I was like, Josh, I'm gonna need you to handle that. But we would have to line the back seat of the car with towels because he would just drool so much. He was so anxious and nervous. So we started him on this, and he had his first successful trip. He did great in PetSmart, and he is not used to being in those types of environments. So he's not used to being around a lot of other dogs. And there were at least 4 other dogs in there. One was really yippy and barking all over the place. And he was just cool. He was chill. Like, he took it like a champ, and we had a great trip in the car, and I was so impressed. We also use it for one of my cats. So we have 2 little British short hairs who are beautiful. One of them is very calm. One of them is a psycho. She's just a super skits. She does not like to come around anybody. If any personnel other than our family comes in the house, or if there's any animals in the house that are not us, she hides for like 2 days. You'll never see her. Most people what are you looking for, babe? Sorry. Oh, okay. My bad. Most people that come to our house don't even know that we have a second cat. So I started putting little drops of the pet CBD oil in the cat food. And what do you know? Like 3-4 days into it, she's laying on our laps on the couch. She's coming out. She will, she's not really a big fan of the dog, but she'll still be in the same room with the dog, you know, whereas she would have been hiding before. You know, it's pretty amazing. So I'm just super impressed with it. And I think I'm going to start using the THC free with JJ, because he has a little trouble with dyslexia. He worked with a coach at school last year. So I think I'm going to start giving him some drops in the morning before school and see how that goes. He has dyslexia, and then I'm not quite sure. There's another term for it, but you kind of, the kids write at an upward angle instead of at a straight on a line. So I'm going to try it out with him and just kind of see how that works for him. But overall, I'm incredibly impressed with the product. So
yeah, I'm curious to like keep us posted on that. You should take before and after pictures of his writing. That would be awesome. I'm really curious about that. But yay, thank you so much for sharing. I'll share mine really quick. I know there's a lot of people on here that have already used it. These are some people that kind of spoke up, and I know some people are doing homework right now while listening to this. So I won't call you out. But I personally have plantar fasciitis, which is like almost like a bone spur. It's a problem with the arches of your feet, and you get a shooting pain up your heel and in your arches. And it was getting to the point where I couldn't sleep. It would wake me up in the middle of the night. I'd have a hard time getting out of bed. And then I also have 2 herniated discs in my tailbone. I had a really, really bad fall just before getting pregnant with my second. Immediately got pregnant with her and really couldn't do much to help fix that. And so there's a lot of damage in there. So it would hurt even just to sit. And so I use the oil sublingually under my tongue, and then I use the relief rub. I've been using it for about 4 months. Within about a month or two of using the oil itself and the rub, I was using the rub about 2 to 3 times a week, or 2 to 3 times a day, and massaging it into my calves, arches, and heel. And then after using it, along with the oil for 1 to 2 months, I have been able to go down to only using the rub about 2 to 3 times a week, which is awesome. Like, I cannot tell you how bad my plantar fasciitis was. Like, it just would kill me. It was a constant shooting pain at my heel. And I have bought arches. I have bought massagers for my feet. I have bought so much stuff, and I was just done with it. And finally was able to find something to help that. And I had to thank Clint. I don't know that he's on here because he's the one who tried it first for his plantar fasciitis as well. And I was like, what? It's helping your plantar fasciitis? Like, I'm in, So I have to give him a shout out. But I will say really quickly, my grandma, she has head tremors to the point where you'd look at her and it looked, when you're talking to her, it looked like she was telling you no all the time. Like, all the time. They put her on medication after medication after medication. And finally, when we came to her with the oil, it was she was on 4 medications. And a lot of the times you get put on a medication and it's like putting a Band-Aid on a bleeding wound, right? It doesn't fix the problem. It only temporarily helps the symptom. So she'd get put on a medication and then another one to counteract the effects of that medication, and then another one to counteract the effects of that medication. It just was a nightmare, right? So she was on 4 medications. We started her on the oil. She is now completely off all 4 medications, and you guys probably saw her on here. She was the one who couldn't understand technology. Love you, Grandma. But her head she wasn't telling y'all no, right? So it's really awesome. Her and my mom worked an event. Huge shout out to them. Her and my mom worked an event yesterday at Pecan Fest where they literally, I think they sold over 25 bottles of oil, which should be a revenue of approximately over $2,000. So guys, my grandma works a job. My mom is a foster mom. Literally, she has probably, between the 2 twins, 8 appointments a week minimum, between therapists, between DCS, between their CASA, their lawyer, the mom's lawyer, visits with the mom, calls with the dad. I mean, literally at least probably like 8 to 12 a week. So she's super busy, and they're making it happen. So it makes me proud of them. So, all right. That is some of the testimonies we have there. I'm going to go over quickly some of the pricing. We can go over this individually too. And yes, so our preferred customers get this pricing. And a preferred customer is someone who goes to your preferred customer website and buys direct. So if they pick 1 to 2 products, it's $69 each. If they pick 4 products, it's less than buying 3 individual products. It's $199. So I never let people buy 3 products. I'm like, no, what are you doing? You could have got 4 for less. All of our purchases for preferred customers come with a 30-day empty bottle money back guarantee. So when people go, do you guys do samples? I say, actually, yes, we've just come out with the sample pack, but a lot of the problems you're experiencing have been happening for years upon years. So you can't expect something that you're going to try for 2 to 3 days to solve every problem that's been 30 years causing you problems. So why not get a whole bottle, try it for 3 weeks, and if you're not happy, return it, get your money back. There is no monthly auto shipment requirement. They also, as preferred customers, when they refer 3 people, they get a free product, a free $69 product. Which is really awesome because you as an affiliate get paid on these orders, and it counts towards promotionary volumes for additional bonuses. And they can upgrade to an affiliate for just an extra 20 bucks. So I always tell people, if you're watching this and you're like, I really want to try this stuff, like for 20 bucks, you could just say, hey, I know people that would want to try it too, and it would help, I'm going to try to at least cover the cost of my product. So then we also have our join options. But I want to talk really quickly just about the cannabis industry. So I'm going to stop this sharing. So like I said, I think I said at the beginning of this, the cannabis industry, the CBD industry is currently at about $500 million, 500 million at the end of 2018. Every single business analyst is anticipating the CBD industry to jump to about 22 billion by 2022. So the opportunity is huge for you to not only help people in an industry that we know can really, people are opening their minds to this sort of help now, to natural alternatives. But you can be a part of an explosive growth and cash in on that, guys. So if you are a true business entrepreneur, or even if you just want to make an extra couple $100 or cover the cost of your own product and you're teachable, you can do this. So the future of CBD is super, super huge. I don't suggest that you are any type of salesperson. Some people are like, Melissa, but you're so good at sales. Like, I'm just really passionate about this. I know what it can do for people, and I am a little afraid. For many of you, you hopped on here early, and I was like, I just took some CBD. I'm drinking a beer. I'm really nervous about this. But when I get going, I'm just so passionate about how it can help people. I mean, you hear what these other people have already gone through, that it's literally like, how can you not share that? When someone shows me a 4-minute video of their kid having their 10th epileptic attack of the month, like, I'm going to share and pray that this helps them. So you don't have to be a salesperson, but what you have to be is willing to learn and teachable, and be consistent. So we have a huge support system. I'm going to share that with you really quick. We do a lot of online help. Our back office area has a lot of training, but we utilize Facebook for different things. Like I have units training, this step-by-step. This is a private team page of ours. You're not going to be alone when you guys join, basically. So I'm frozen. There we go. So you can go to units and step-by-step learn how to get going. And again, guys, I've been working 60 hours a week at a job. So I've taken the time to create these for our team. So I hope you can take the time to watch them. But this is going to continue to expand. And again, you're not going to be left alone. You're going to have opportunities every Sunday to get on with me and the rest of the team and ask questions and learn. You'll have training here, training in your back office, and we have an additional page from our super affiliates who have made $1 million in this, where they provide training too. So literally, you're not gonna be alone in this. I see someone asked a question. If you use the TH-free oil, there will be nothing that shows up. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, you guys are all answering each other in the chat. My contact just got all weird. So a huge support system. A lot of the people that are on today are a part of our team. I might not have gotten them into the business personally, but they are on my team, and I'm here to help. That might mean that we will show you where to find answers, and we cannot read and we cannot watch the videos for you. That's time you have to put in for yourself. But we will make them available to you and take the time out of our day from our children. My children are now it's been almost an hour that they've been, neglected. No, they're not. They're coloring right now. But we take the time away from our families to provide you the tools. So we just ask that you actually utilize those tools, because we cannot read or do the videos for you. You will have support. So training. Okay. Really quick, I just want to talk about what the business has, before I talk about the join options, what the business has done for just a few people. I am going to, let me make sure she's on here. She is. Okay. Stephanie, I'm going to call you if you're ready. Stephanie Smith. I think, there she is. Okay. Okay. So Stephanie, tell us how long you've been doing the business, where you're from, a little bit about you that could hold you back from doing it, and what it's done for you.
Okay. My name is Stephanie. I'm from a small town in upstate New York. It's very cold out right now. And I joined this business on July 13th, and I was very mad and angry when the opportunity was brought to me, because I was previously in a company along with Melissa, and I was very passionate about that company, and I never, ever, ever would leave them to do anything else. But then when the opportunity continued to be presented to me and I did a little bit of learning about the compensation plan and about the product and what it could do for people, and about the projected growth that Melissa mentioned already once or a couple of times tonight, I really thought that it would be stupid of me to not take advantage of it. However, I also thought it would be stupid of me to take advantage of it because I was about to start RN school. I am a single mom of a 3-year-old. I have no other parental assistance, financial or physical. I'm a homeowner. I'm a working LPN. I was getting into RN school, which if anybody knows, RN school is grueling, which is actually what I'm doing right now at my table, all of my homework. And a lot of stuff that I could have said, I can't do that right now. I don't need anything else on my life plate. My life plate is already overflowing. But like I said, it would have been more stupid of me to not jump in now, because by the time I would have been ready after school would be May of 2020, and I would have missed this huge portion of growth that we are experiencing right now. So since July 13th, I have promoted twice within the company. I am also a 10K affiliate, which is over, well, I think it's about $20,000 worth of sales in a 1-month period. And it's about 10,000 in business volume with me and my team. And last month I just missed 25K by like a couple $100. So I'm working on that this month again. But okay, so where do I find the time to do this? I don't know. I just make it happen because I know what it's doing for me and my daughter. I have made over $10,000 since July 13th, working from my phone, very part-time, in my pajamas, as you can see. So I say, if anybody can do it, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I know that's really cliche and everybody says it, but like Melissa said, people tell me all the time I could sell ice to an Eskimo or something like that. And I'm like, I have absolutely no sales experience at all. I said, I have some network marketing experience, but when I started network marketing, I had zero experience because everybody starts at the bottom. You know, everybody starts at the same spot. You just have to decide if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to grow, if you are willing to listen to those who have been successful. One of my big things is, if you want to be successful, you need to be willing to learn from those who are already successful, because they obviously know what they're doing. So I have done that over the years, and I continue to do that every day. My daughter's yelling at my dog. I continue to do that every day, and I think that's why my business continues to grow, because I refuse to stay still. I want to grow. I want to learn more and more every day. And I am very, very excited to experience the growth that's about to happen and see where I am a year from today.
I love it. 2 takeaways for me. It's, if you're sitting there focusing on the reasons why you can't do something, you're never going to find a way to do it. You have to say, this is my option, and I have to figure out how I'm going to make it work.
Let me show you guys real quick, like where I'm finding the time. Melissa said, hey, can you jump on my opportunity training? And I'm like, sure, when? She's like, 20 minutes. And I was like, okay. Look, ready? So we've got this. You see all this? This could be my excuse not to do it, but instead I am investing 10 minutes of my time into this because it will also continue to help me grow and learn.
Yeah. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
The second takeaway I would probably say is, all the things that you are now good at one point in your life, you were not good at that. So there's no reason why you can basically come into this not being good at it, and at one point in your life become good at it. You've done it before, okay? So just a little takeaway from that. I'm going to go to my mom now in terms of the opportunity and what it's done for her. Go ahead, Mom. Oh, I can't unmute you. There you go.
Got it. Oh boy, what has the business done for me?
Oh, wait, really quick. This business does not discriminate, okay? Her and my grandma literally are freaking rock stars, okay? Does not discriminate against age, does not discriminate against gender. We have men killing it in this. And it doesn't discriminate against like race or whatever. So no excuses, all right?
Yep, none. The product basically sells itself. I mean, I really didn't know what CBD was. And then once I found out and was getting into knowing more about it, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, there's something here. I've been able to get out of it exactly what I put into it, which is unlike any job I've ever had. You know, I'm one of those that always took ownership in whatever job it was, and ended up being the one that people thought I owned the place, and it wasn't mine. I was getting a measly paycheck. Not that a paycheck's bad, but the paycheck never met what I put into it. Now, having said that, I haven't put in the time and the effort into this business as I could, but I'm learning to do that even now at my ripe old age of 53. And I get to help others and have fun doing it. There's nothing like waking up in the morning and getting a new text from a new customer that they had a great night's sleep, that they, you know, had something special happen overnight that they weren't anticipating happen before. In other words, you know, I love helping other people. My mom and I laughed and giggled so hard when we got back in the truck yesterday after the event, because it was nonstop. And, you know, of course, she's older than me, not by much, but she is. And it can wear on an older person, but to be able to be out there and help so many and see them walk away and hear the stories from the other people telling what CBD has done for them, and they end up selling the product at the booth for us ourselves. We felt like we repeated ourselves over and over again, and every minute was worth it, but we literally got back in the car and just laughed and almost cried because we helped so many, and there was only so much we could do. We were running out of energy quick.
I went up to their booth because she called me like 2 hours in. She's like, "We are out of product. You need to get here. You need to bring order forms." And
I out of raffle forms, order forms.
Yes. And so I get up
there. I walked away and came back.
I was there for like 30 minutes, and someone like bought an oil off of me, and another lady came up to me crying. Like her anxiety was so debilitating that she was like, "I just need help. I just need help." So her, me, and my mom are sitting there like group hugging, bawling hysterically. And so it just was really amazing. It's really amazing to be a part of it, guys. Like it's awesome. Anything else you wanted to add, Mom?
Yeah, just one of the biggest, most important things to me on it, I am a 5K affiliate, very close to the 10K, and aiming at 25K this month. For those of you that don't know, you'll learn that part, and you just want to take it step at a time, get to the 5K, and then move on from there. But I actually get paid, in other words, I get paid according to my efforts.
Yeah.
You know? And it starts in my heart, you know, that I get that satisfaction of being able to help somebody else. But man, that paycheck sure does help.
Yeah. I'm going to read this real quick before I give you guys my testimony. There's no guarantees regarding the income from the My Daily Choice / HempWorks opportunity. The success or failure of each affiliate, like any other business, depends upon each affiliate's skill set and personal effort. Earning levels for independent affiliates are examples and should not be construed as typical or average. Income level achievements are dependent upon the individual affiliate business skills, personal ambition, time, commitment, activity, and demographic factors. For average HempWorks / MDC affiliate earnings, please view the income disclaimer statement. I'm saying that because I'm going to tell y'all, I've been doing this for 4 months, part-time, 10 to 15 hours a week. It's been 15 more lately because I am ready to quit my job. And in that time, I have made $12,000 in online commission. That does not include my retail sales. And so $12,000 bucks. Next Thursday, we're going to the bank, or this upcoming Thursday, we're going to the bank, and we are paying off our car 4 years early. We took a 5-year note on it. We're paying it off 4 years early. So that to me is legendary. My mom doesn't know it yet, but I plan on, in the year from now, being a super affiliate, making $1 million a year, and I plan on paying off my parents' house. And that, to me, is legendary. My house will already be paid off, and I plan on paying off. Granted, my mom's probably going to beat me there, and she'll pay off her own damn house. But that is my goal. That is my why. That is what I'm going after. And it's totally doable. We are working directly with friends who started this 13, 14 months ago. They have made over $1 million in this industry in that time. Their first 9 months, they made $500,000. Now, that sounds unrealistic and crazy to some people, and that's okay. You can put in the efforts and just make $500 extra a month or $200. For many of you, an extra $200 to $500 a month would keep you out of foreclosure, would keep you out of bankruptcy, things like that. So that's those little things like that can definitely change your life. So we're paying off that car. I plan on by this summer having a pool in our backyard paid for in cash. This means the past 2 years
in cash for people right now.
What's that?
In cash for people right now. They start right now. They can pay for Christmas in cash.
Yep, Christmas in cash. And actually, I was just going to talk about that. The past 2 years, we have not been in a financial position to do Secret Santa, where you walk into a store and pay off someone's layaway. And this year, I get to freaking do that again. And I cannot tell you guys, when you're going through these layaways, people are like, I go up to the layaway people, and I'm like, pull up someone who's 2 months late on a layaway, but they've paid off like half of it already. And they're going to lose their money on what they paid so far because they can't pay the rest of that. So I get to walk in as an anonymous person, pay that off. I think one year we did like 3 or 4 families. And we took our children with us so they know that what the season is about. And we haven't been able to do that the past couple of years. And this year is we get to do that. We get to give back. And so that really is exciting to me. And I just can't wait. So that's my testimony in regards to the business. We've got tons of different testimonies, but I will get into the different ways we get paid here and the join options. Thank you guys so much for bearing with us. I hope we haven't bored you too much. All right, so this is actually a picture of our team. We are a pretty awesome team. We've talked about the cannabis industry and the opportunity in that. Basically, guys, you don't want to be the last person to franchise a Blockbuster Video, do you? Same thing with CBD, okay? We do make a lot of friends. Some of these people I just recently met, and I feel like they're like my best friends. You can earn money and vacations. This is our super affiliate, Kristen Butler and Travis Butler. We are not far below them, and I talk to them almost every day. But their love language is vacation. So they do all kinds of giveaways. They're on a cruise right now with a good portion of our team doing a vacation. And so they give away giveaways. Currently, you have a contest. Anybody who promotes by the end of the year to a ranked position in the company has an opportunity to win a vacation to Margaritaville in Orlando. And my mom actually has an entry for that already. Many others are gathering entries for that. So pretty exciting. You want to pick your pack when you join. I personally, so you have these options here. Let me scroll down a little bit with the price. All right, so you can join as a builder, which is one product of your choice. it's $69 plus the extra $20 one-time fee. And you get an actual starter kit with that, with a success package, basically, comp plan, order forms, a networking book by a professional in the industry, a success kit, things like that. You can then, with that, your commission is a little bit lower to start off with. I believe it's 30% is what you get for your customer orders, 30% on their volume. Directors get 35% plus paid on additional levels, and they get to pick 4 products for $199. So basically you're getting the products at $50 a piece. And I'm going to go into the ways we make money, because one of those is retail, and that's where getting the products at $50 a piece really makes a difference. And then we have our executive pack, which is, this is the pack I did for a couple of reasons. 1, I wanted to try multiple products for me and my family. 2, I wanted products on hand to commit to doing at least 1 event a month. And 3, I wanted the immediate higher percentage payout. Okay, I didn't want to miss out on any money while I built up in ranks. It is $5.99. You get 12 products. I have Amanda Greenwood on here. She actually pre-sold the 7 or 8 of the products that came in here, so that she was able to get started with little to no money out of pocket. I think no money out of pocket. I have Kim Salas on here as well. She was able to pre-sell and have half of this covered, I believe. And that's something we can go into after this if you guys want to stick around. And that way they're getting a higher percentage payout for their online sales as well. So those are the different pack options. But I sold my first pack that I got, my first event, I sold out of product. So it was pretty awesome. My dog is freaking out. She really wants to come in here. So let me put her in here while I do this.
Hey Mel, can I chime in for a second?
Yeah.
So I did pre-sell probably 8 different products. So my executive pack was gone, minus like 2 things.
Yeah.
I had my pet oil, and I had my pet treats, and 1 THC-free tincture left.
That's
and
awesome.
that was it.
So you
I
can
pre-sold everything. So I figured if I want to do this, I want to go hard, right? Go hard or go home. And that's what I did. And I pre-sold to people who I knew could who could benefit from these products. And dude, honestly, you guys, there's nobody. This is Reagan. There's nobody that could not benefit from these. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can use these products, pets included. It's just incredible. So that's how I paid for my executive pack, and I'm so glad that I did. I pre-sold, and boom, there we are. So.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I'll give you guys an opportunity and information on that at the end. And I really appreciate you staying on this. I know it's a long one, but at least you're getting all the information. So these are the different 8 ways we get paid. So retail products. So let's say you get the director pack, you paid $50 a product. At our events, we retail the products for $20 above the preferred customer pricing. So a 500 milligram oil or the relief cream is $89. And guys, people, that is still way more competitive for than other competitors with the same quality product. I have seen 500 milligram CO2 extracted oils for $120 a piece. So $89 is really not that bad. I think Gwen was saying she paid $70 for a 250 milligram oil with a bunch of fillers. So we can retail every single day. People can come to your house. Like I have someone coming tonight. You can go to these events, and people want to. Yeah, I walked up to my mom's event yesterday to refill them, and this lady was like, "I need one now." $89, ma'am. Sure, here's my card. Take my money. And I'm like, okay. You know, it's just crazy. So you make retail cash, and so you're making a $49 profit if you got the executive or director pack and paid $50 a piece. So that's the first way we get paid. The second way is jump starts weekly. You get a certain percentage, depending on what rank you come in at, of your customers' first 30 days worth of orders. So, and your affiliates as well. That ranges anywhere from 30 to 50%, depending on where you start in the company, what pack you decide to join with. Binary is a monthly pay. And that we can explain later for those that want to stick around. It's a certain percentage on reorders, basically. And that varies also depending on what rank you're at. And then we have leadership check matching. So as I lead my team and show them how to do this and I franchise it out, I'm going to get a small percentage of this. Say my mom has $1,000 binary check for the month. I'm going to get a matching percentage of that from the company. So that's pretty awesome. Global bonus pool. Our company sets aside 2% of their profits, actually revenue, not just profits, every month, and you can earn shares. They take the amount of shares, divide it up, and that's how much each share is worth. So you can earn shares to actually make additional bonuses with the company. As you rank up, you can earn bonuses anywhere from $500 to $100,000. I promoted to 5K and I earned a $500 one-time bonus. I promoted to 10K a couple months ago, maintained it, and this Thursday I get a $1,000 bonus. This month I will promote to 25K minimum, and I will get a $2,500 one-time payout bonus. It's really amazing. I'm really breezing through these guys because I don't want to keep you on here too long, but if we want to go deep into the comp plan after, I will stick around for sure. We have a VIP auto club. As you maintain your promoted ranks, you get basically what they call a car bonus. You don't have to lease a car. They basically give you the cash, and we are using this to pay off a car, anywhere from $150 to $1,000 a month. And as you promote to our executive ranks, you get an expense account, cash expense account, from anywhere from $2,000 to $20,000 a month. So really you have up to 85% payout on your volume, your business volume. If you for some reason are not qualified for getting commissions for a month, or you're not qualified for what we call our binary commissions, we don't get rid of that volume. It doesn't flush. It just carries over to the next month for when you are qualified to pay out. And we have weekly and monthly pay, which is awesome. So you can, if you're struggling for Christmas cash, now is the time to get started, because you're going to have a good 6 to 7 weeks worth of weekly pay that you can make money to pay Christmas in cash. So really you have to ask yourself, like, what would you do with an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $500 a month? And if you know 3 people that need CBD, then there should be no question in your mind as to whether you should be a customer or an affiliate. If you know 4 people that could use extra income and are passionate about the industry, you can easily promote through the ranks and continue going. So, this is that disclosure statement that I kind of read through, and it shows you guys screenshot it, pause here, whatever, to read through that. It is on our websites as well. And yeah, let me go through these questions. Someone said, I started only about a week ago and I'm already in the global pool and earning shares, which is awesome. We had 2 people say that. It's really amazing. So that's all I have for now. Actually, I do have ideas in getting started with little to no money out of pocket. Sorry. I do want to start with Kim. Kim got tagged in a post of mine about getting started in the CBD industry with like no money out of pocket. Never met the girl in my life. Literally that day I'm like, hey, nice to meet you, but you need to invite like crazy to this online event we're about to do. We're going to get you started in this business. And Kim's like, game on, let's do it. And so she did that, and she was able to offset her costs for the executive pack and get started within 24 hours of me meeting her. So it's kind of crazy for me, like, no offense, Kim, but I was like, holy shit, this girl just spent $600 with me. I've never met her in person, and I met her online 24 hours ago. So it was kind of crazy to me. But go ahead and if you can kind of explain what was going through your head maybe, and what you did to really like hustle to get that going.
Okay, so I don't want to lie, I didn't hustle at all. I actually was tagged in that post so that I could buy myself CBD, and she was like, Melissa was like, share, you know, you'd be surprised what friends of yours would be interested. So I randomly shared, and I'm like, okay, let's see. I don't think I know anybody, but we'll see. And all kinds of people reached out to me. I'm like, holy crap, this is why it's going to boom to the 22 billion she's talking about. So I got those people to give me their money up front. But then as I was doing the order for them that was going to be a director pack, I decided I needed face cream. I decided my kids need their THC free. So does hubby. That I might not like spearmint. I might like cinnamon. So it ended up being the executive pack, and I don't regret it at all.
That's so funny. Yeah, I remember asking her, I'm like, do you want to use it or use it and make money possibly? She's like, I might want to make money. And I'm like, okay, cool. Invite to this thing tomorrow night. And she's like, I don't think I have any friends that would want to try it. And I was like, girl, like, you're wrong. You should just try to share. Let me write you a post up. Put this up. She's like, copy and paste it. I'm like, yeah. And she just got hit like crazy. Like, people were like, I want some, I want some, I want some. And like, you just really cannot prejudge. So I think she hustled because she was like, hey, like, it's going to be this much. So basically $89 is the suggested retail for our standard products. And with a pre-order, I always tell them they can get it for $79. You can collect the money. I know Kim collected through Zelle, which is a Bank of America app. She used Venmo. Did you use PayPal or no? I can't remember if you used PayPal.
I can't really figure out PayPal, but I know that they charge me, so I'm not really having it. I want all my money.
Yeah, okay. So I know if you send via friends and family on PayPal that you can get it with no charge. But if you can't figure it out, there's other ways to collect money. In person, Venmo, Messenger even. You can send money through Messenger on Facebook. And so you basically collect the money up front. Guys, everyone here probably has shopped on Amazon. You pay up front and then get your product. So it's no different in this scenario. And that's really how you can get started with little to no money out of pocket. I suggest that you utilize posts from the person that is going to be your sponsor. So ask them to send you a post every other day. I suggest that you get on in about a week, and you guys can follow me or talk with the person that's going to sponsor you. Every other week we do an event where we help you pre-sell. And so Leslie is on here. She did that as well. She was pre-selling, and a bunch of her people just wanted to be in the business. She's like, I'm in, like, let's just do this. So we do an event on Facebook where it's a series of about 4 live videos, and it's designed to help you get pre-sales. So if you can hustle and get people there, we will get them interested and they'll understand. So it's really just about collecting that money up front. Think about this. If you're collecting $79 from each person that wants to try one product, and you just sell 3 of them, 79 times 3 is $237. Our director pack has 4 products in it for $199. So that means you get 3 products that you're giving to people already, and 1 is for you to use for free. You get to use it for free. You get to gain your own testimony, which is super important. Like, would you guys trust me if I didn't use my own product? If I'm like, hey, no, I buy CBD somewhere else, but you should buy from me, you know, or I don't use CBD. You know, like, you want to use the products yourself too if you want to be successful in this. So that is like the best way to get started. Or you can sell 7 of them at $79. That gives you $553, or 8 of them at $79. Some people want multiple products too. That gives you $632, which is enough for the executive pack, which leaves you with 4 extra products for yourself or to retail at events, do a launch home event, anything. And that's what Amanda did. So yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. If you want an invite to next week's event on pre-selling, definitely let us know. Also, in the meantime, definitely post about every other day and work with your sponsor to respond to those people that have questions, and they'll help you kind of seal the deal. I do want to open it up to Q&A right now, and then we'll stop the recording and basically ask and go over the comp plan for anyone that wants to stick on. Does anybody have any particular questions that they want to ask?
Hey Mel, I just wanted, I think when somebody asked if the THC free comes in peppermint and natural,
Yeah.
I think at one point it was said that it was only peppermint. It comes in both. It does come in
Oh,
the
it does
peppermint.
now?
Yeah, and the natural. So the THC free, peppermint and natural, just no cinnamon.
Okay, that might have just changed.
Yeah, that must have just changed.
Yeah, I'm going to my
Because
website
I
right
just
now.
had somebody order the THC free and natural. So
That literally had to have just changed. I'm looking.
yeah.
Let me shop. Shop.
Okay, I have another question in the meantime.
I may be wrong, but I swear, like,
No,
she just
no, it's not natural. Natural only comes with the full spectrum.
Are we sure?
Yeah, I'm looking at the website right now. THC
Okay.
free peppermint, THC free peppermint. Yeah. So our coffees and the creamers that are CBD infused, those are THC free as well.
Okay.
So that is also an option for people that just don't like peppermint flavor.
Okay.
When in doubt, just go to your website and hit shop and just scroll down and you can see the different product offerings.
I got you.
Yeah, sorry. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, no worries.
Still growing. So,
Does Venmo charge or does Venmo charge a fee at all?
nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Searching it now on apps.
Yeah, I like Venmo a lot. And it's instant. You get your money instantly.
Is it as secure as PayPal?
I haven't had problems with it. They do review the transactions, because I'm sure like drug dealers really love Venmo. But so they do review the transactions and like the activity. I've not had any issues with it. I mean, a lot of people are using it. So
I just recently heard about it, but I use PayPal for my eBay because eBay is not secure in my opinion. So I don't have my credit card on eBay, but I just wasn't sure. I didn't know anything about them. All I had is PayPal.
Yeah. Cool. Any other questions, guys? No. Well, cool. Thanks for being on. I'm going to stop the recording.